As the PlayStation VR2 sets to come out, there's one problem that can make this VR go from very successful to very inaccessible. Coming in at number 1 is the lack of PlayStation 5 consoles. Now, it's no secret that the PlayStation 5 has been very hard for users to get their hands on, and if you do get your hands on it, you're probably paying way more than retail price. Like $700, kinda like what I did. Either way, the lack of PlayStation 5s could potentially hinder the PSVR2's performance to making a huge splash in virtual reality. Though a lot of users are excited for this could be one roadblock that potentially stumps Sony. Though the PlayStation VR2 is set to have over 200 million units ready to go upon release in early 2023. Though this is no secret to anybody that Sony doesn't want to go over this crisis a second time, this is still something that could potentially make or break this next generation of VR. Now, there's two versions of the PlayStation 5, as you can see right here, the PlayStation 5 and then the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition. Now, will there be an extra addition to the PlayStation VR2 is another potential thing that could be added to the PlayStation VR down the line, but that is for a different video. Also, if you like this video, make sure to give it a like and a subscribe because both are free and it really helps the channel grow. Coming in at number 2 is that the PlayStation VR2 will still need a cable. Now, I'm going to specify this by saying only a cable, not cables, as the PlayStation VR1 needed multiple types of cables and boxes and hookups, etc., which drove users absolutely crazy. As you can see from the video here, this is everything you needed to just set up your PlayStation VR 1. Now, a lot of people are probably used to the Oculus and having the feel free of everything and not having any type of cables. Though I don't think this is going to hinder the PlayStation VR 2 that much, this is still a concern for some users that, like I said before, have been using the Oculus and have gotten used to having no cables. Though I do wish that the PlayStation VR and Sony would have been able to implement a no cable strategy, I still think having one cable is a dramatic upgrade from the original PlayStation VR. Coming in at number 3 and potentially the biggest hinder in front of the PlayStation VR 2's potential to become successful is no backwards compatibility. For a lot of users, this is very devastating, as now there's not going to be as many titles out for the PlayStation VR 2 upon release. Though there will be next generation consoles and next generation games with the next generation of hardware, a lot of fans still enjoy the old games of the PlayStation VR. With October already here and spooky season on the way, fans are no longer going to be able to enjoy the Resident Evil 7 on the next generation of PlayStation VR 2. Though the PlayStation VR 2 isn't set to come out until 2023, fans are still going to want to be up for a scare all year round. So not having this on the next generation of VR is a little devastating for a lot of fans. Not only that, but Sony had an opportunity to capitalize on something huge, and that was giving fans a plethora of games to be used for the PlayStation VR 2. Sony could have potentially remastered some of these games, or at least would have made the display a little bit better while going back to these original classics for the VR. Let me know down in the comments if you expect to get the PlayStation VR 2 for the next generation of consoles. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and like the video because both are free and it really helps the channel grow. And I will see you in the next video.